Draw your knees in. Hold each knee individually and rock left and right with the knees kind of wide apart, comfortably apart. Try to take that extra step to relax the hands. The hands are just like rags over the knees, just cloth, soft cloth. And let the knees kind of inform this movement. Do the legs want to move? Do they want to be still? And maybe you feel just a little churning of digestion, just a little hint of that as you move the knees, maybe a little bit of the movement of the intestines. And shoulders, notice how they're involved if the knees are moving. And then bring both knees together and stir them in a circle. So I don't care which direction, but one direction. And you're letting the elbows bend and straighten, and then go the other way. And then let the knees drop all the way to the left side, shifting your hips a little to the right. So you have a line, a nice kind of clean line from tail to head, and look over the right shoulder. Melt the shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath in. And let out a sigh. Just letting tension out of the hips, neck, shoulders, wherever it happens to hide or hang out. Engage your belly so there's a bit of tension there. Squeeze your legs together and bring your knees up to the middle. Shift your hips more to the left side of the mat. Drop both knees over to the right. Adjust your shoulders and turn your head to the left. Ooh, I got a nice back adjust, spine adjustment. Deep breath in. And exhale. Look over that left shoulder. Ooh, so this side is tighter for me, and I notice, wow, the breath is harder to do. Squeeze the legs together, subtle tummy strength, and bring those knees back up to the center. Wrap your arms around your shins and pull the knees up to the chest, up to where the nipples are. Right. For me, that's a bit farther than they like to go. And then grab your feet, slide elbows to the inner knees, and maybe you keep holding your feet, or maybe you hold higher up around your mid shin or higher ankle, so that when you do happy baby, your butt is really on the floor. Like for real, the sacrum part, the part that feels like a plate, is on the ground and rocking side to side. If you're not holding your feet, I want you to imagine that you are, well, we can do it either way. So you're pulling with your hands toward, pulling your feet or your legs toward the floor. And at the same time, your feet are pressing toward the ceiling. So you get that opposing force. And that puts you in your muscle tone. And that turns out to be quite good for flexibility. Not in the moment, right? Like it feels like it's tightening us. Then the body feels safer after to open. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Can you clasp your hands around your feet, your outer feet? If not, hold the ankles. If you can hold the feet, hold those. And kind of fillet your knees open. Fillet the inner thighs open. So press the knees away as you pull your feet towards you and you kind of butterfly open. And then try to get your sacrum down if it isn't. And just hold this position, this sort of aerial Baddha Konasana. Cobbler's pose. Feeling that stretch perhaps across the inner groins. And then relax the tension on the knees, bring them slightly in toward you, and see if you can rock up and back until you're sitting upright in Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet stayed together, maybe.
And then holding on the feet or the ankles, cat-cow here. Pulling the chest through and around. And be playful here. And I want you to look up with your eyes when you go up into cow and take an inhale. And down with your eyes. Exhale as you round. Inhale up, look up, eyes open, exhale down. Go at your own pace. And then find neutral. Cross left shin in front of right shin, slide right palm out to the side, lean to your right, let your head droop to the right and sweep the left arm over the ear, look up to the left. Press your left sits bone down, plugging it into the floor, plug that left shoulder into the socket, twist up to the left. Inhale up through both arms, reach to the sky and try to get maximum extension. Try to stretch your arms and get them as close to your ears as they're willing to be. And slide the arms back a tiny, teensy bit more. So you're more in the back plane. And then lean over to the left, let the head droop. Right arm over the ear. Plug the shoulder blades onto the back. Turn the face up to the top arm. Drive the right sits bone down as you lean. Look up to the right more and like that right of the arm and breathe. Good. And come up, both arms up, look up, breathe. Look down, take a breath. Arms down by your side. Switch the cross of your legs, right shin in front. Scooch your booty back, so kind of pops back behind you. And fold forward, press the palms, pile the palms on the floor, one on top of the other, and let the head rest there or on a block.
Or several blocks, but let the head rest comfortably. No, not strain, maybe a little sensation. And send the breath to places that may feel tight. Let this calm your whole system. Switch the hands to the other one's on top if you're piled on there. If you're on blocks, don't, just leave it. And keep softening the seams, the creases at the top of the thigh, those hip flexors. They are in deep flexion here. And sometimes they harden up. See if you can soften just from using your brain. And then pull the belly in and roll it up. Shrug those shoulders to the ears, like earrings. Glide them back and down. And do it again. Slide them forward, up to the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades down. They ride. Let's go the opposite direction. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pluck those ears up, forward, and drop them off. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Raise the shoulders. Drop them forward and down. And then sit comfortably. Close the eyes. Find your breath. Soft through the nose. Using the tool of the breath. Allow your attention to follow the inhale and exhale.
Blink your eyes open. And let's start standing. So come to the front of your mat. Bring your feet together. Turn your palms open. So we've added a bit of complexity. We were before just sitting, following the breath. Now we're standing, which is a whole doozy of different mechanics and different beliefs. Close the eyes. And see if you can return to the quiet, sort of the quieter observation of the inhale and exhale. And notice with the eyes closed, if standing on 2 feet feels a bit like balancing. And that's very normal. We want this to be not so stiff that we're frozen, but perhaps an awareness of the different positions of the feet moving to accommodate uprightness. Perhaps the buttocks are too locked. Maybe you can soften them and add a little softening to the knees so it's not quite as stiff. And maybe if you're noticing you're doing that, the hip flexors soften just the littlest bit. They're not as plugged forward, forcing the bones of the thighs forward. And there's more give in the pelvis. And more mobility perhaps in the spine. More curves. And then let the eyes blink open, adding the arms, reach them up to the sky. Extend as far as you can and just notice where that is. And then divide the arms, fold forward as you split them open like wings. Bend the knees and catch your torso on your thighs. Turn your head left and right and up and down, left and right and up and down. And then extend the spine, pull the heart forward, step your left foot and right foot back to plank. Bind your shoulder blades, squeeze your buttocks. So now you are more of a tube, and bend the elbows. Point your toes, roll forward, look all the way up as your shoulders glide back. Roll over the feet, look between them, and breathe through the nose. Subtle contraction, subtle, so you don't want to dry out the tissues of the throat. Widening the shoulders. Pelvic floor muscles lift up into the body. Lifting the knees for more quad engagement, more muscle definition. Look forward and walk your feet up to your hands. Bending the knees, extend the spines, tailbone back, heart forward. Exhale, melt down, let the knees catch the torso, let the thighs hold you. Inhale, lift through the heart, wide arms, go up. Exhale, fold the hands to the heart, close the eyes for a moment. Notice the subtle balance of standing. Perhaps relax your buttocks. Subtle internal rotation of the upper thigh. Subtle bend of the knees. Grounding from the crown of the head through the body down into the earth. Release the hands toward the ground, eyes open. Inhale, breathe up, arms go up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the torso rest on the thighs. Inhale, stretch up and step your right foot, yes, and left foot back, plank. Squeeze the buttocks now, body is a tube, bend the elbows. Inhale, roll over the toes. Feel the spine move toward the front body. Roll over the feet, Ujjayi breath as you gaze softly between your feet. Invite your attention to fixate on the breath. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Oh, fixate might be too strong of a word.
The attention is gently placed on the breath. Inhale, raise your heels, bending the knees as you exhale, jump or walk to where your hands are. Inhale, baby back bend. Exhale, forward fold, nice and soft. Inhale, rise, arms go wide, look up, breathe up. Exhale, palms to the heart, close the eyes. Feel the balancing in progress. Try not to fight balancing, like try not to become so rigid that you're stiff. You want it to be a bit of a very subtle, but you want it to be there, a challenge, a balancing challenge. Release the hands down, palms open, eyes open, inhale up. Stretching the side bodies, exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, little back bend, step left and right foot back, plank, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, raise your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, travel to your hands. Inhale, look up, little back bend. Exhale, nice deep forward bend. Bending the knees, raise the arms up, stick the butt out, chair. Thunderbolt, reach through the hands. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt. I don't think thunder has a bolt. Push back toward your heels. Flare your toes, reach through that upper torso. Exhale, melt down over your legs. Got to meet you. Inhale, look up. Exhale, jump or step back with your right and then left foot, low push up. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Come forward to plank, lower the left knee, raise the right leg. And little pulses here, 10, 9, 8. Pull the belly in, nice and strong. 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna tuck those left toes under and straighten that left leg coming into 3-legged dog and pulse here just for 5. Right leg, 4, 3, ribs into, and step that right foot to the front of the mat. Spin the back heel down, warrior 1. Arms by the ears. Tummy pulled in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, glide through. Exhale, come onto your hands and knees. Raise your left leg, pulse it, 10. Hips turn toward the floor. Belly pulled in, 8, 7, 6 little pulses right into that glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck the right toes, raise that left leg up, little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Step your left foot up, spin your back heel flat. Inhale, reach. Bend into that front leg. Full extension as far as you can through the arms. Hands to the floor. Step back, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. And breathe. Widen upper back, spin the heels out a little bit. Good. Good. Inhale, raise your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, travel forward. Inhale, look up. Good. Stick your butt out more, bend the knees, get more tailbone up. Yeah, exhale, fold. Bend your knees, come to chair, raise the arms up. Good. Feel the legs, fold forward and release. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, nice back bend here. Back to the hands and knees. Raise the right leg, pulse it, 10, 9, 8. Tuck your left toes, three-legged down dog, pulse it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the right foot forward, spin the back heel. Inhale, warrior 1. And right to low push-up, step back and lower. Inhale, glide it through, try to get a nice big chest opener. Exhale, back. Come forward to hands and knees, raise the left leg, pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift your right knee up, pulse that left leg up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your left foot forward, turn your back foot down. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Good. Reach to the arms as far as you can. Exhale, hands to the ground, low push-up. Inhale, nice big back bend here. Exhale, back. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, raise the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, feet to the hands, however you want. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold in. Let the torso be caught on the thighs. So it's really soft. Bend your knees, raise the arms up, chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Low push-up, exhale. Get there as you want. Nice and strong. Inhale, roll it through. Strong lower back. Exhale, down dog. Right from here. Right leg up. Step the right foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the ground. Low push-up. Inhale, come on through. Exhale, back. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, spin the back heel. Inhale, reach up to those arms. Exhale, hands come down, lower strong. Inhale, up. Push back to child's pose with arms extended forward, seat goes back. Drop the head, soften armpits, breathe. Come forward. Bring the elbows all the way together to touch. You're on your knees, and the knees are under the hips. Elbows are touching, hands are clasped. Round your back here. So you're stretching into the rhomboids with the elbows together as much as they can be. They're glued. And then arch into a little baby cow. Round here, squeeze those elbows together and down. And round, see if you can look up at all. And round. Oof. Keep those elbows together, look forward, push the wrists down, walk the feet back. You're in plank on your forearms, but with the elbows together. This will encourage you to have kind of like a log roll. You want to squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs so that you rock less. Push down through those forearms. Feel that underbelly part get really strong. And then can you, I don't know if I can, walk the feet into dolphin from here. You can let the head rest down into the elbows a little bit. Whew. Hello. And then lower the knees. Stretch those arms wide and let them rest. Wow, that's an interesting little exercise. Okay. Come forward onto the hands and knees. Let's get that rhomboid a different way. Left arm lifts up. Open the chest. Feed it underneath you like you're coming onto that shoulder, but instead go up to the left again. Open it up. One more time, come under that armpit and lift up. See how much rotation you can get here. Good. And then now do come down all the way onto that shoulder. Place the right hand in front of the face. And so you can feel
a similar part of the shoulder, the rhomboid, the muscle under the shoulder blade that we felt when we were squeezing the elbows together. It's a lot less confrontational here. But now that we've identified it, you might be able to find it. The back of the left arm on the floor, push firmly into the ground and suck that arm bone in toward the armpit. Raise the right arm up, take it behind the back, internally rotate it, and see if you can open that right shoulder some more. And then bring that right hand down. Unwind it, come onto all fours, shake your booty a little bit, reset, look up, take a breath through the nose, look down, take a breath, and neutral. Raise the right arm up, twist, see if you can bring that, yeah, very good. And then feed the arm through, and twice more, raise it up, see if you can find that upper torso twist, and through. One more time, raise it up, find that upper back, good. And twist, come all the way onto that right shoulder. Press that right arm into the floor, pull it into the arm socket, left fingertips pushing down, see if you can find that deep rotation into the shoulder blades, but also that right lower back. That it's often called the QL, that quadratus lumborum. I don't know. It could be that, could be the erector muscles, could just be nerves. See what you feel back there. Can be very, very tight. All right, and unwind that. Walk your knees forward toward your hands. Kneel up onto your shins and toes. Shimmy your shoulders. Take your hands to your jaw and go from the outer jawbone down to the chin. Just relaxing that jaw. And then reach your hands back to your heels, raise your chest up, drop your head back. Pull up on the heels to deepen this back bend. Breathe. Nice strong butt for 3. Open the chest, 2. Use your toes to come up and over and shake it out. Good. Come up and kneel one more time. Take the hands, start them at the back of the head. This is a glute reset. So weave your fingers right into the top of the neck, base of skull, and trace your fingers along the bottom of your skull, past the ear bone, right to the edge of that jawbone, and just so lightly hold top and bottom. Look up, take a breath. Look down, take a breath. Look to the right. Look to the left. Okay, release your hands, reach back for the heels. The glutes might turn on way better this time. Open the chest, let the head drop back. You may just feel more of a power force in your legs for 3. Yeah, nice. Pull up on those heels, right? 2, good. Excellent. And 1, good. Bring your hands to the ground, shake your booty. Okay. Sit just for a second. So for the sake of learning this, and I'll probably shortcut this for us, but just so you have the tool. So make a little okay sign, either hand, and then with your other hand, you're going to loop. So 2 okay signs loop together. And just for simplicity's sake, let's say strong. So when something's strong, I can't break this loop. This is a form of muscle testing. I can't break it. When something's weak, I break right through. So this represents strong, and just feel it for yourself. This is strong. This is weak. And you can just do it with your name. Like my name is Mary Beth. It breaks. My name is Sarah Eisenberg. It doesn't break. Okay, so we're going to stand. And I'll shortcut it for you or not, but let's try it. Okay, so take your right leg up, and I don't want you to hold it I want you to not try to use a wall. So right knee up, open your right knee out to the right, put the foot somewhere in tree. And just do where you are. Don't worry about wrong or right. So if you can't balance there, bring it lower. Bring your hands to the heart. So wherever your tree balance is now. And then raise the arms up. Good. Bring the arms down, bring the right knee forward, stand. So we're going to find the problem. So where is the problem? Not that there's a problem, but where is this pose? What part of my body is making this difficult? So touch your right hip and check it. Is that strong? Yes. Touch your left hip. Is that strong? No, mine's weak. So let's just find your part. So did you guys all have a hip that was weak? Just go yes or no. You're not sure? Okay, Elena, I'll check. You do not. Karen, I'll check. Karen, your right hip is weak. Elena, your left ankle is weak, so you're going to use your left ankle. So we're all going to touch really easily, just like touch it, no big deal, the part that was tested weak. So my left hip tested weak. Okay, and then you're going to look to your right and test. Strong. Look to your left and test. Strong. Okay, I'm going to look up. That's where I'm weak. I'm going to look down. Strong. So I'm only weak looking up. Actually, I'm going to unmute you guys so I can hear you. You have to unmute yourself, actually. Okay. Taylor, which direction were you weak?
Down.
Down. Elena.
I think
Karen.
I think to the right, but so we're looking to the right and then we're doing our little circles, right?
Yep.
To
Okay.
the right.
Okay. So Taylor was looking down.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to look. Okay. So everyone's going to touch their part that was weak. So mine's my left hip. And then Taylor, you're going to look up and take a breath. Elena, what was yours looking down?
Mine was looking down, actually.
So Taylor, yours was weak looking down?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to look up and take a breath.
Oh, okay.
Elena, which was yours?
Looking up.
Okay, so you look down and take a breath. And Karen, yours was?
Right.
Okay, you're going to look left and take a breath. Okay, touch the part again. Look straight ahead. Test it. See if it tests strong. Elena, you don't have to keep touching it. You just touch it and then stand up and test. Did it test strong?
I don't know.
I'll check it for you. No. Okay. Elena, you're going to take your finger in front of your face and you're just going to go forward and back and track it with your eyes. Go slowly, go forward and back, forward and back. Did Taylor and Karen, did yours test strong?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, Elena, stop and just touch your ankle and stand up. Okay, yours is strong now. Let's all try tree again. Same side. Don't lean. Just see where your foot goes and see if it holds any better. It may or may not.
Yes.
Mine is better.
Mine does too.
Yeah, it's definitely better. These Lululemons are slippery, but yes.
Let's try the other side just for fun. Okay. And it could be, I mean, this is a good pose because it could be like 10 things that we want to shift. So we're just shifting one and noticing a difference. That's all. But it's an interesting little game. So come into your natural tree on your left side. And by that, I just mean where it lives comfortably. And I want to find a challenge in it. So I'm going to see where I don't have balance so I can test improvement. Okay. And when you're ready, come to 2 feet. Good. And are we checking hips? No. Are we checking? Let's check the spine. Okay, so we're going to check the spine for low back. So we're going to use the front of the body. For low back, just put your hand in front of the low back. So low belly. Touch it. And then that's where I'm weak. Were you weak there?
I'm weak there.
Yep.
Looks
Lance?
like,
I think we're all weak there.
You know
Karen, not weak there.
how to tell.
Karen, try your upper back. Try front of the chest. I think you're weak there. So like think upper back, upper middle back. And Elena, your low back is good. I mean, good for us to work with. So look straight ahead. Actually touch. So I'm going to touch the place that represented. So you can touch the low back or the stomach. I'm weak. I'm going to look up and check it. I'm strong. I'm going to touch it, look down, strong. I'm going to touch it, look to the right, weak. I'm going to touch it, look to the left, strong. So for me, my right was weak. I'm going to look to my left and I'm going to take a breath. If you guys didn't find a direction, let me know.
I don't think I found a direction. That
Okay.
feels weird.
Okay, look straight. Strong right now. Look to your right. I'm getting that your right is weak. Oh, leave your face forward, just turn your eyes.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, you guys, I should have said that.
yeah. I guess that's weak.
Look to your left and take a breath. But leave your face forward. And test it again. It may not test. Let me know. Still weak. So I want you to use your finger in front of your face and just go slowly and track your finger. Touch the spot and then track your finger. And then touch the spot and check it. I'm now getting strong, but you see what you get.
I got strong.
Elena and Karen, what'd you guys get?
I think it's stronger.
Okay. Try tree on the left side or left foot up. And just see if it's different. And we might have made one place strong, but there may be another place that we need to address.
I do my toes. My toe.
Yeah. I know. For me, it's toes too. Is the balance any different?
Well, I balanced a little bit, so maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yep. Ooh. Is that different, Taylor? Or is that kind of the same?
I'm just testing moving my eyeballs around. I think it feels much better. I think it's a lot
Yeah.
stronger.
It's really wild. I'll show you my before and after pictures from last night, but I worked on my frozen shoulder and it's crazy. All right. Okay, let's do some more. We won't do more of this right now, but
It's something to play with, especially when it's like just really simple, like I just want to fix one part or something's hurting, or like a shoulder. So not a but you can make it more complex too. We'll play with it. Let's do that again without all the thinking. So tree pose, and you can use a balance this time if you want to use a wall. Right knee up. Let's open the right, but we're gonna move with the pose a little bit. Bring the right foot up to where you're comfortable. Ish, and bring the hands, palms together, and squeeze the outer buttocks in. Drive down through the standing foot, and let that right knee open back without distorting the hips to the right or left. See if the head still feels in line with the center. Raise the arms if that's okay. And notice if it feels like you have equal ability, equal extension here through the arms. Or is one side limited? And then reach down for your right ankle and shin and come into a figure 4 here. Bending over and placing hands on the ground. Or blocks. Or just as low as you can go. Send your buttocks back, getting a deep opening in the piriformis in that right buttock. Pull the heart forward. So you're kind of moving toward a back bend. Now let's challenge, I know we all have toe stuff, let's challenge our little toesies a bit. Walk your hands forward, come higher on the toes, and see if you can come down onto that left heel. So you're in like a deep pistol squat almost on one side. Now it takes a ton of glute strength, but you can push back up to the standing foot and see if you can reverse this back up to standing. And really use that left booty. And then nice, good. And then stand. Whew, and let your body recalibrate. So close the eyes. Observe the games the feet are playing to find balance. Let the buttocks be somewhat relaxed as you start to trust yourself on 2 feet. Let the knees slacken just a bit. And perhaps the spine will start to find subtle movement. And you can take a better breath. Let the eyes blink open. And other side, bring the left foot up to where it can go today for now. Squeeze the outer hips to make a strong container like we did in those planks. Bring the palms together. Having the palms together is sort of a device that helps us squeeze the midline. Pushing down through the big toe helps to awaken the center of the brain. And that helps with integration of the limbs. Raise the arms up. And notice if you feel like there's a limit in the length of your reach. Or if it feels really free. Start to reach down for your left shin and ankle, cross it over the thigh, come into a figure 4. My hands are in prayer. And sits bones go back, heart goes forward. So that, I'm still pretty rounded, but I'm trying to not be rounded. I'm pulling, yikes, this is intense on this side. Heart forward. And nice deep stretch in that left buttock. I flexed my left foot. I'm going to walk my hands forward, come onto my right toes, and try to lower toward my right heel, staying in figure 4. Now, I could do this with my hands, and I totally did on the other side, but I want to use my glute. So I'm trying to do both. Pushing down through that right heel, try to find that right glute engagement to come on up, unwind it, and then stand on 2 feet. And then with the feet together, Standing upright, close the eyes. The key is to soften the buttocks. The buttocks will hold you in a lockdown. Can you soften the grip of the buttocks? Soften the lock of the knees. And let standing feel a little bit watery. Imagine a grounding rod going through the crown of the head, down through the body, down into the earth. So it's stabilizing you. Allowing you to be even more watery. So as this energetic rod comes through and gives you something to kind of hold on to in the middle, the outer body can relax a bit. Gripping in the shoulders or fingers or jaw. Let that all soften. And notice if the breath is a little freer. Maybe you're more present. Let the eyes open, palms open, bend the knees, almost like a prayer. Raise the arms up as the butt goes low. Keep looking up. Exhale, dive forward, come onto your toes, knees to the upper arms, lean into your bird pose, your crow, feet go up, flying here. Squeeze the outer arms. Can you bring those big toes together and lift higher? Tummy in. Step back or jump both feet back, good job. Bend the elbows. Inhale, glide through to up dog. Exhale to all fours. Roll over the feet, come to lie on your back. So spit your feet out forward. We're going to lie back and take that figure four, lying down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Reach behind the left leg and pull in. So it's a little easier. But I do want the sensation to be just as rich. Press that right knee away as you pull your left thigh toward you. Release the hands. You're going to keep your legs in that figure four, but drop them over to the left. So the lower body is in a twist. Take your left hand to your right inner knee and push that knee away from you. Toward, almost like a butterfly, toward a half Baddha Konasana. So externally rotating that right thigh while you're in a twist. And if there were a impingement from the hip flexors with the arm extension, you're going to feel that here. That will show up. You'll get, we might call it the psoas. There are a bunch of different hip flexors here, but it's one of them. And then bring it back to neutral. Engage your belly. Draw the legs up to center. And we're briefly going to just drop them over to the right side. Reach your left arm out, look out to the left. You won't stay in this side long. Deep breath in. And use the exhale to come back to center. Uncross, recross, left ankle over, upper right knee, reach behind, opposite lacing the fingers on that right leg. Pull the whole figure four toward you. And then press that left thigh away. And that you can actually use that left forearm or just think about it with your brain. Relax the jaw and shoulders, eyes, let them soften back in their sockets. Let the center of the throat melt back. Breathe through the nose. Release the hands, keep the legs in that figure four,
Drop the legs over to the right. Right hand gently coaxes that left thigh as it presses away from you toward a twisted, kind of like a double pigeon, almost like a fire log pose with a twist. Left arm is open and you can look out over to the left. Breathe. Relax the tension on that thigh. Use your core just a little bit to bring the legs up and drop them over to the left side. Right arm opens, look out to the right. Ooh. It's fun, all the things you find in these shapes. As we add the complexity of different shapes of different movements, we challenge ourselves to come back to the simplicity of observing the breath. And this is life, right? As our friendships get more complicated, as we get more intimate, more real, things get harder. And the challenge, the invitation, the practice of returning to the simplicity of the breath in really tight spaces. Belly pulls in, legs return up to center. I'd like us to get a little elevation here. So bring your knees into the chest and whatever you're comfortable with, if you want to put a block to elevate or come right up into a shoulder stand from here to elevate, but I want a nice brief inversion. So let the body recalibrate. So we did a lot of, that thing we did in tree is a version of an applied kinesiology system. And what it does is it remaps the brain. It's a Neuralink remapping. So we want to give it time to reset, and inversions are great for this. The gaze is upward at the toes. What's so interesting to me is that eye movements are already built into the yoga practice in so many ways. I don't emphasize it enough, but they are built in. From where you are, could you lower to a bridge pose? So if you're in a full shoulder stand, you switch the grip of the hands. The thumb goes to the lower back and the fingers go toward the tummy. And then you kind of jog your legs down. I did that yesterday and Lola was right behind my butt, but I managed to not crush her. So hold bridge pose here, draw your shoulders under, squeeze your glutes, give them a nice toning, nice shaping. And then widen your shoulders and descend one vertebra at a time. Roll your pelvis forward. Imprint your lower back. Let's do that again, but before you do it again, I want you to really open up the feet. So stretch the soles of the feet. They can get contracted and weird. So spread the skin on the feet. Do it again and grip with your big toes. Roll the pelvis forward. And imprint the back and just notice how the big toe informs your muscles so differently. Let's do it one more time. Keep those big toes, exaggerate their grip, and roll the pelvis forward. Notice the intelligence moving in your muscles, and then imprint your lower back when you add the big toe. Okay, and then walk your feet together, let the knees slide open. Feel free to use blocks. Grab your head, lift it off the floor, and turn your skull so your face is looking to the right. And add a little traction, pulling with the left hand. Getting a little traction in the upper neck, bottom of the skull, behind the right neck muscles. And then center the head, look up, turn the head to the left, and then just like a tiny bit of pressure, so little, twisting a little more. And my left palm is stretching my head away from my trunk a little bit as my right hand is pushing it deeper into the twist. So it's just a little more than I would do without my hands. And then relax the muscles so that you're not straining. Turn with your hands, bring your head back to the center. Keep your face looking up, but look behind you with your eyeballs. And then keep your face the same, but look down your body with your eyeballs. And then carefully lower this incredible computer, just brilliant thing, your head, your brain. Slide your shoulders down your back as you reach the arms down, and then stretch the legs out straight. You might feel a bit odd. That would be great. Roll your limbs in and out a bit till they get loose like Play-Doh. And take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Deep breath in. And exhale. Please take a deep breath in. Anything you're holding, anything you're holding, I like that. That's enough. Exhale and release it. Whew. You know how sometimes you're holding on to things like in relationships, like a resentment or a list or a insecurity. Just notice if that were the case here. Was there something you were holding on to? And for now, if you need another breath, take it and let it go. Let the body fall back into the earth. I did a bunch of that kinesiology work last night on my shoulder. And normally my REM sleep, when I sleep, my dreams are at least 25 to 30% of my sleep. And my deep is like 20 to 25. And deep is when the body repairs. Last night, my REM was 19, which is crazy low for me. But my deep was 38%, because deep is where we repair. So I did all this work, clearing adhesions and all this stuff in my shoulder. And instead of my, as my body was allotting what it needed, it was like, nope, you don't need to be dreaming all these stories. You need tissue healing. So just know that what we did was subtle, but it may require a deep rest right now. So let the brain go quiet. And let the body repair. Imagine that you're an electrical being with a breaker switch, bunch of switches actually. Find that main breaker and shut it down.
Take a deep breath. And exhale it out. Pull in a deep breath, refreshing the body, refreshing the mind. And exhale. Cleansing breath in. Releasing breath out. On your next breath, yawn and stretch.
And observe the changes in the body. Observe the change in range of motion. Maybe there's just more mobility, more connectivity from the brain to the hips to the feet. And we're going to roll over to the right and right up to sit.
Coming into a tall, secure spine, held firmly in the basin of our hips, of our pelvis, feet flexed and awake. Holding this beautiful globe. Once again, imagine that rod moving through the crown, down through your torso, plugging you into the earth. That solid connection gives you the security to be free, to be playful, to be open. Raise the arms up. Call in what you want for today. Set your GPS. Palms together, slide them down across the face, over the lips, past the throat, down to the heart. The heart is the conductor of the emotions. Let's clear a path for it. One Om together. Inhale. Om. Bring the heart up to the mind, thumbs into the forehead. We bow forward, honoring our curiosity, our playfulness, our ability to move in this practice. With deep gratitude. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful day. I love you all.